Los Angeles International Airport, 1970, Terminal 3, Friday afternoon. Thousands of travelers flow through bright corridors under fluorescent lights. Bruce Lee stands in the check-in line waiting for a flight to Hong Kong. He's carrying a small suitcase, sunglasses on, trying to stay unnoticed. It doesn't work. Someone always recognizes him. A large man approaches, massive, maybe 6'4", 250 pounds of bulging muscle, tight shirt showing arms the size of thighs. He's a bodybuilder, competing at regional level. His name is Rick. He's seen Lee's movies, watched the demonstrations. He's not impressed, thinks it's camera tricks, acting, wires and editing. He wants to know if any of it is real. Rick stands next to Lee in line. Too close, deliberately invading personal space. Lee notices, says nothing, just shifts slightly to the side, creates distance. Rick moves closer again. "You're Bruce Lee, right?" His voice is loud. He wants others to hear. Lee removes his sunglasses. "I am. Can we talk quieter? People are trying to travel." Rick grins, not friendly, challenging. "I've seen your movies, you look fast. But I bet it's all camera work. I bet in a real fight, size wins." Lee puts his sunglasses back on. "You're probably right. Size is a huge advantage. Now if you'll excuse me." He turns away. Ignores Rick. Rick doesn't let it go. He touches Lee's shoulder, firmly. "I'm not finished. I want to know if you can actually fight. Or if you're just an actor." Lee removes the hand from his shoulder, gentle but decisive. "I don't fight in airports. I don't fight to prove things to strangers. I have a flight to catch." The line moves forward. Lee moves with it. Rick follows. His voice gets louder. "I knew you were fake, just a little guy with fancy camera moves. In real life, I'd crush you." People in line turn around. Watch. Some recognize Lee, pull out cameras. This is becoming a scene. Lee sighs. He doesn't want this, but Rick won't stop. Lee steps out of line, walks toward a less crowded area near the windows. Rick follows, confident, smiling. He thinks he's won, that Lee is backing down. Lee stops, turns to face Rick. Removes his sunglasses again. "What do you want exactly? To fight here, in the airport, get arrested, miss your flight?" Rick crosses his massive arms. "I want you to admit that your kung fu wouldn't work against someone my size, that it's all acting." Lee studies Rick, reads his intentions, his body language. The man isn't drunk, isn't crazy. Just insecure, needs to prove something, to himself more than anyone. Lee makes a decision. "All right, I'll show you something, but it's not a fight, it's a demonstration." "Agreed." Rick nods. "Show me." Lee looks around. Airport security is 50 feet away. They're not watching yet, but they will soon if this escalates. Lee needs this to be quick, controlled, educational. "Throw a punch at me, your best punch, full speed, full power, don't hold back." Rick grins. "You sure?" Lee nods. "Completely sure, try to hit me." Rick squares up. He has basic boxing experience from the gym. He's hit heavy bags, light sparring, knows how to throw a punch. He winds up his right arm, telegraphs the punch massively, throws. Lee isn't there. He's moved, not backward, inward, inside Rick's guard. Rick's fist passes over Lee's shoulder, closes on empty air. Lee touches Rick's ribs, light, 3 quick taps. "If those were real strikes, your ribs would be broken." Lee steps back. Rick straightens, confused. "That was luck. You knew I was going to punch." Lee nods. "I knew because your shoulder dropped. Your weight shifted, your breathing changed. You telegraph every movement, try again, faster this time." Rick tries, throws a jab, faster, better technique. Lee slips his head. The punch passes within inches. Lee counters, a straight punch, stops 1 inch from Rick's nose. Dead. Rick backs up. His eyes widen. He didn't see that punch coming at all. Lee threw it while slipping, simultaneously. Rick tries again. A combination this time, 1-2, jab cross. Lee deflects the jab with his palm. The cross passes harmlessly by. Lee touches Rick's throat, soft, just pressure. Dead again. The crowd has grown, 20 people watching now, some filming. Rick is sweating not from exertion, from frustration. He can't touch Lee. Not even close, and Lee is moving minimally, just enough, never wasting energy, never overcommitting. It's like trying to hit smoke. One more, Rick says. Let me grab you just once. Prove that size matters, Lee considers. Okay, try to grab me. Rick smiles. This is his element, wrestling, weight, strength. He moves in, arms extended, trying to wrap Lee in a bear hug. Lee waits until the last second, then moves, not backward, down. Lee ducks, passes under Rick's arms, ends up behind him, touches the back of Rick's knee. Soft. Rick feels the pressure. His leg buckles involuntarily. He almost falls, catches himself, turns around. Lee is standing casually, hands at his sides. If I wanted, your knee would be broken. You can't fight with a broken knee. Size doesn't matter if you can't stand. Rick tries again, more aggressive now. Charges, all his weight behind it, 250 pounds of mass accelerating. Lee doesn't move until the last possible moment, then sidesteps like a bullfighter, uses Rick's own momentum against him. Rick stumbles, nearly falls. Lee catches him, stabilizes him. Careful. I don't want you to get hurt. The kindness hurts more than any strike could. Rick straightens up, his face is red, embarrassed, angry, but something in him has changed. The arrogance is gone. Replaced by confusion, maybe respect. How do you do that? You shouldn't be able to move that fast. You're half my size. Lee answers while picking up his sunglasses. Size is a tool like speed. Like technique, but no tool wins fights by itself. It depends on how you use it. You're big, that's an advantage, but it also makes you slow to change direction. Easier to read. More committed to every movement. I use that. Rick looks at his own hands. Massive, powerful, suddenly they feel clumsy. Could you teach me? The question surprises Lee. After all this, Rick wants to learn. Lee checks his watch. His flight leaves in 40 minutes. I don't have time now, but I'll give you advice. Stop relying on your size, start training movement. Footwork, timing, those things beat size every time. Airport security finally approaches. Everything okay here? Lee nods. Everything's fine, just discussing training. The guard looks at Rick. Sir? Rick nods. I'm good, just learning something. The guards linger a moment, then leave. Lee extends his hand. Rick takes it, shakes. Rick's grip is massive, it completely engulfs Lee's hand. But Lee doesn't flinch, doesn't show discomfort, just shakes firmly. Train smart, not just hard, smart. Rick nods. I will, and sorry for bothering you, for assuming. Lee smiles. Don't apologize, you asked a question, I answered, that's learning. Now I need to catch my flight. He turns, walks back toward the check-in line. The crowd parts, some applaud. Lee ignores the attention, just wants to get to Hong Kong. Rick stands there, watching Lee walk away. His entire worldview just shifted. He spent years building muscle, believing size was power. Power was victory. In 90 seconds, a 135-pound man just proved how wrong he was, without hurting him, without humiliating him, just showing him truth. Weeks later, Rick shows up at one of Lee's quoons in Lowe's Angels, enrolls in classes, starts from the beginning, learns to unlearn, to strip away the assumptions he built in gyms. To understand that combat isn't about who's bigger, it's about who understands movement better, who can adapt faster, who can read patterns and exploit weaknesses. He becomes one of Lee's most dedicated students, not because he